Good afternoon from the U.S. Department of State's East Asia and Pacific Regional Media Hub. I have with me today Ambassador Laura Kennedy, the Chargé d'Affaires of the U.S. Mission to International Organizations in Vienna. Good day, Ambassador.
Hi, and thanks for inviting me to speak with you today.
Of course, and welcome to the region. You're a long way from Vienna. Perhaps you could tell me a bit about why you are visiting Southeast Asia.
Sure, I'd be delighted to. Now, for about a week and a half, I've been visiting first Vietnam, then Malaysia, and now Indonesia in order to highlight U.S. support for the International Atomic Energy Agency, the IAEA for short, their Peaceful Uses Initiative and technical cooperation programs in Southeast Asia. Now, let me tell you a little bit about these programs. In 2010, the IAEA established the Peaceful Uses Initiative, or we call it PUI for short, in order to raise additional funds for projects around the world that use nuclear technology to support energy and development goals. Now, up to now, since the fund was established, at least 17 IAEA member states, as well as the European Union, have joined the United States to provide approximately $77 million in financial aid and technical support to the initiative. The U.S. kicked off this campaign when Secretary Clinton pledged $50 million in 2010 and challenged others to help raise another $50 million. And so in order to raise awareness of these programs, we're visiting some of the project sites in the area, posting on social media, and inviting press coverage of the trip. I've also met with colleagues at the foreign ministries in these countries in order to consult about these programs, as well as preparations for the next review conference for the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, or the NPT for short. As you may know, the NPT has three pillars: nuclear disarmament, nuclear non-proliferation, and the peaceful uses of nuclear energy. And it's that last part that is a particular focus of our trip to the region.
And what places have you visited so far?
Well, I started off in Vietnam and visited their Military Hospital 108 in order to learn about their work fighting cancer, which they're doing with the assistance of the IAEA Technical Cooperation Program. And at the hospital, we were able to observe the hospital's efforts to improve the skills, the technical proficiency of their personnel, and also to learn about the work being done to fight cancer in general in the country under the IAEA's Program of Action for Cancer Therapy, or PACT for short. Now, I might just say that I'm a former cancer patient myself, so I have a particular interest in seeing how nuclear technology can assist in the diagnosis and treatment of this and other diseases, and also in seeing that these access to these benefits is broadened around the world. So that was, as I say, Vietnam, where we started off. Now, in Malaysia, I visited the Gamma Greenhouse, which is a facility that benefits also from the IAEA's technical cooperation support. And the greenhouse, the Gamma Greenhouse, employs nuclear technology to improve plant varieties, including rice, to provide and enhance, really, food security and sustainability. And in Indonesia today, I just visited their nuclear research reactor and then the Center for the Application of Isotopes and Radiation Technology, which goes by its acronym PIRE for short. Now, this also uses nuclear technology to improve plant varieties, rice, obviously a staple crop here, but also soybeans, sorghum, and others. And the PIRE Center with IAEA technical cooperation support is using nuclear technology to develop also better fertilizer and water management techniques and improve the quality of animal feed. They're also doing vital work on the medical front as well, such as irradiation of tissues that can be used in a variety of life-saving ways. So anyhow, really fascinating visits in all three countries.
Okay. I know one of the top priorities of both President Obama and Secretary Kerry is environmental protection. Is the IAEA doing any work in the region to address the growing effects of climate change?
Yes, it certainly is. Both the Technical Cooperation Fund and the Peaceful Uses Initiative have helped fund projects to better understand problems in this area, such as the effects of climate change, to identify and trace pollution in marine waters, to mitigate the harmful effects of algae blooms, and promote global actions against ocean acidification, just to name a few. Now, while I was in Vietnam, I had the pleasure to announce on behalf of my government that we are funding a new peaceful uses program there, which will assist in the development of rice crops that will be better suited to withstand the challenges of climate change. Now, this project, by the way, supports the Lower Mekong Initiative, a regional program which was established in 2009 by then Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, with her counterparts in Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, and Thailand, in order to enhance cooperation in the areas of health, education, environment, and infrastructure.
And what do you hope to achieve with this trip?
Well, with the trip, we're attempting to raise awareness of and support for these IAEA Peaceful Use Initiative and Technical Cooperation Programs. Now, in addition to being the largest donor of technical cooperation funds, the U.S. has provided over $50 million, as I mentioned before, in support of the initiative. But we'd like more member states to contribute so that everyone can enjoy the benefits of the peaceful application of nuclear technology, cancer care, food safety and security, and water resources management, to name just a few. So in addition to visiting these nuclear applications project sites, I had the opportunity to meet with government officials who work in the areas related to nuclear policy, also nuclear safety, security, and regulation. We certainly wanted to underline that the U.S. is a ready partner to Southeast Asian countries that are choosing to pursue nuclear energy for civilian power supply. And we strongly encourage independent regulatory structures in these new nuclear countries, as well as coordination with the world's premier nuclear agency, that is the IAEA. Now, of course, we're always available to collaborate on a bilateral level, and I certainly hope that U.S. companies, which offer the best technology and services, are considered as part of the mix in countries choosing to develop a nuclear power capability. But whether or not a country chooses to develop a nuclear power industry, all countries have a nuclear present and a nuclear future. Because although some people may, or maybe even many people, don't realize nuclear technologies are being used all around us, whether in health, industry, agriculture, or the environment. So we really appreciate contributions to this important fund. Indonesia, we're delighted to note, has made a contribution, and we certainly hope that other Southeast Asian countries, whether individually or perhaps a regional group like the Association for Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN, will consider also supporting the Peaceful Uses Initiative, so that the benefits of these great projects can be expanded regionally and around the globe.
Okay, and last question, where can people learn more about the Peaceful Uses Initiative?
Well, I definitely refer people to the IAEA website, which is www.iaea.org. For those who'd like to learn more about the U.S. support for the Peaceful Uses Initiative and other development programs around the world, they can like our U.S. mission page on Facebook, www.facebook.com/USUNV, or follow us on Twitter at USUNVIE, which is USUNVIE.
Well, that brings us to the end of our interview. Thanks very much, Ambassador Kennedy, for the informative discussion on the various projects that the U.S. government is involved in through the IAEA. And thank you very much for your time.
Well, thank you for giving me the time to talk on one of my favorite subjects. I really appreciate it.